They say reach for the stars, right? Well, what if I told you that you could reach beyond? Today's segment on this podcast is going to be about dreams. What is a dream? According to some mainstream science, a dream is just the REM, rapid eye movement, um, sort of chemical reaction in the brain that produces hallucinogen effect or hallucination. Sorry. I, for one, would go even a step or three steps further to say that it is way beyond the scape of what modern mandatory discipline science says it is. Personally, I've had various experiences with dream control and what some may know as astral traveling, but those are two different things. Lucid dreaming and astral traveling are sort of in the same pot, but pretty much different walks of life once you get into it. I would describe a lucid dream as being aware in your dream that you are in fact dreaming, but not, all the way have tangible ability over what's happening inside the dreamscape. I would describe astral traveling as going up, and beyond lucid dreaming. Astral traveling can be the method known as when you fall asleep. Okay, here's the idea. When you fall asleep, your astral matter or your soul is what we could call it, or just another form of the soul, journeys through different densities, realities, or dimensions when we sleep. Okay? Now, astral traveling is gaining the conscious awareness ability to become mobile or use the astral body as a vehicle, just as we use our physical bodies, only in the sense that the astral body doesn't particularly abide to the physics that we have in the three-dimensional reality, although we can visit the three-dimensional reality in the astral form, because the astral form is multidimensional, meaning consciously it can exist in different densities or realities. So when astral traveling, an important thing to know, everything is thought. In the astral world or astral body consciousness, you find that things are a lot different from the physical reality in the sense of movement. For first example, you learn that movement is nothing but thought, a thought form. So everything you think manifests while you're in this astral form. So if you think of if you say for example, you think of something in history, you could in fact tap into that timeline, because like I told you, the astral body is multidimensional, not limited to the scape of past, present, future, and all that stuff. So that's good to note. And that's how it differs from just having normal dreams, what we would call normal dreams. But I think all dreams have a certain distinct meaning in them, most of them. And then we have lucid dreams, which is being kind of, consciously aware that you are dreaming, but you kind of don't have the tangibility over your body, like I said, for example. And the astral ability or the astral traveling ability, which is the ability to move in the spirit form or the astral form freely through different multidimensional realities or densities. Okay? Now, those are the two differences. like I said, mainstream science tells you, some mainstream scientists will tell you that dreams are just an hallucination effect of the chemical reactions in the brain and REM sleep, rapid eye movement. I find that kind of funny and contradicting with the point that when people have near death experiences, which is similar to a dream because they're either knocked unconscious or something traumatizing happened to the point that they were placed unconsciousness. And I've read plenty of accounts where people were talking about their near death experiences, them traveling through different dimensions, or them meeting certain God figures or things of that nature. And some science says that's all hallucinations. But the contradiction is in the statement is these people, some of them come back learning different things. And if even in astral traveling, you can go and learn certain things. They have what they call the Akashic records, which is a hall of everything that was in existence in a kind of esoteric spiritual library. That's what they call it, the Akashic records. And some people meditate, and some people do psychology, and they help people through therapy with past life regression, and they help them bring things back or bring things that they never knew about themselves out. So that's the contradiction with that statement. They could say that it is just a subconscious, a area of the subconscious brain that we don't access, which I agree that is totally plausible in a way you could say that. But that's only you can't limit it to that. You know what I'm saying? It's the perception of it, because yeah, like if you can go to a certain state of mind or a certain state of being while we are asleep, and people learn things all the time. Even people say their dreams come true. I haven't really heard a very good argument for what the dilemma would be with that. You know, I've even had dreams come true myself. So, to sum it all in all, the point of this message on this podcast was that don't limit the scope of thinking in this reality, because things that we take for granted, like sleeping, for example, can be a transitory experience on another dimensional plane or another consciousness level of thinking. So, for today's podcast, I'm your host. My name is Not Important, and this has been the R.O.A.C. podcast on dreams.